one of the most cute things I've ever seen was with like two it was like I think it was fan art from a show that I was watching, so it was like a little bit shippy, but it was a ship that I supported, so I didn't mind. And it was just like this apartment, you know, those kitchens that has like, it has the sink, the like the kitchen counter and the washing machine, but then it has an additional like counter in the middle of everything. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm. Like a breakfast bar.
Yeah, and it had all the like pans on there, and they were sort of like both like preparing like a meal for each other, and both leaning over the desk, looking lovingly at each other. I'm just like, oh, that's sweet. I want that. That's wonderful.
I heard what you said a while ago. What was it? I love love. I love love too.
Yeah, that's the thing with me. I love seeing love in shows. It makes me feel so warm and fuzzy, and I'm loving it in the moment. But then when the episode ends, I'm just like sitting there and just like, universe, when the heck is it my turn?
When's it my turn? Look at us, a bunch of maidenless VTubers sat just crying over a drink. Like, I think that's the experience that I've had ever since I moved to the big city. You will see love on every corner. Like, you turn a street and there's some couple like holding hands or making out on a bench, and you can't take the train without looking opposite you and seeing like some two super attractive people just like in each other's arms, and I'm like, when the fuck is it my turn? Yeah, it's just...
It's like that. I mentioned this TikTok 3 times now. Like, this is gonna be the 3rd time where it's there was these this guy and a girl, very conventionally attractive, not my type per se, but very conventionally attractive by societal standards, like lining up and posing, and then it just cuts to a manga frame, really, really atmospheric, with like a guy and a girl who look very similar and like fitting the same, and then it just cuts to this guy very clearly in the bathroom, sitting on the toilet, and just like, I hate y'all. I wish nothing but the worst for you. I'm happy for y'all. I'm glad that you're happy, but that should be me. It should be when it's my turn. F y'all. F y'all. I hate this. I've talked about this like 3 times right now, and I just think that it's so funny because on one hand, yeah, it is really cute. I'm happy for them, but on the other hand, I want to do that too, man. Come on.
Yeah, it's just it's difficult more now than it's ever been, I guess, because when you're in a position like we are, you know, sort of like public figure, you know, you have like a lot of responsibilities, and especially like how hard we both work. You know, it's really difficult to think about something like dating and, you know, sort of focusing on your personal life and maybe even scoring a maiden every now and again. You know, it's really challenging, because every day when I stream, I'm like, man, I love this, and then I go to bed at night and I'm like, man, what if the other half of this bed was like weighed down by another person? I'm like, damn, that would be amazing.
Oh god, no, you're gonna make me cry.
Exactly. I just think, oh man, all right, well, like, good night, and then I just sort of go to bed, you know, and that's that. It's tough.
For like with me, it's just like, I love what I'm doing right now. I've always loved creating in any way, shape, or form, be it like penning a new novel, penning a new story, writing a new piece of music, or now just like live streaming a brand new experience that I get to share with everybody. I love this. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, and I don't want to stop anytime soon, but we're still human. And sometimes when you go to bed at night and you see that other pillow next to you being empty, and not necessarily a maiden, because for me, like, it doesn't really matter. But it's like, you're just like, man, if somebody was just like, if I wasn't so alone here, and it would be kind of nice, you know?
Yeah, I guess it's like, you know, more difficult now than ever, because, like, you know, having expectations on you, and also having, like, I think especially the role that we're given as like male VTubers, I think that we're positioned and marketed as people who are like, our fans are sort of, we're designed to be attractive, you know, and we're designed to be loved by people. And so talking about our own lives and our own, you know, prospects in relationships, it can feel pretty bizarre sometimes to sort of think about ourselves in separation from our fans at points, you know?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just something that I feel like the more that I concern myself with thinking about it, the more it's gonna like get to me. So I'm very much living in the present kind of guy, which is probably why I procrastinate a lot, because I focus on what's important right now, and what's important right now is putting on a good show, putting on a good stream, and making sure that everybody that decided to take the time out of take their valuable time out of their days to spend it on watching somebody like me or anybody else get their not really their money's worth, but get their time's worth. That's what's the most important to me currently in my life.
That's pretty bold, and I admire that. I think it's a difficult balance to find, you know, and I think barring, like, even outside of the whole dating sphere, just finding a balance of work and real life becomes harder and harder when you become a content creator, because, like, I mean, think about it. For you and I, there really is no taking a 100% vacation, because while you're on vacation, you're tweeting, you're thinking about your growth, your numbers, you're thinking about this and that. And so, like, a proper 100% vacation where you believe that everything else is in the hands of other people, and we don't really get that. And so it sort of feels like you're working, even if you're not streaming, you are working 24/7, and it's exhausting at times, you know?
For me, it's just sort of that when I took my time off, it's, even though I knew that you need this, you've been working really hard, you've hit some, like, a couple of roadblocks, it's getting a little bit tough. Even when I was, like, on that break, I just thought to myself, I miss streaming. I feel like I should be streaming right now. I miss talking to chat. I miss the Quildren. I miss being interactive with everybody. I miss the crab game collab, and I was like, man, I should really be there, shouldn't I?
I agree with you, like, 200%. And I think recently I had an experience where, like, it felt like there was something going on IRL or, you know, management related that kept me from streaming for a long time. And every week after week, I would only be able to do like 3 or 4 streams a week, and it just didn't feel right. You know, every day I'd wake up, be like, all right, time to stream. And then when you get to that point, it just doesn't really, you know, it feels weird to be without it, you know. And I'm glad that I'm, like, past that and I get to stream every day. But there's also something we have to consider for ourselves. You know, streaming every single day is an amazing experience, but there's also an aspect to our own personality where, you know, having a connection to the real world is really important too. Also, my food is here, so I'm gonna go. You are
He's gonna
welcome.
get foomed. He's gonna get goomed.
You are welcome to just chat and keep my chat entertained, and I'll be back in just a moment. You have fun.
Okay. Hi, Kindred. How you doing? I feel like we don't get a lot of chances to talk. How are you all doing? I know that Milord and the Quildren, I don't know how much overlap there is, but hi, I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for being so kind to me when I'm being here right now. I see that so many of you know my little nickname of Ike. Oh, I hear distant Vox noises. Drink water, Ike? I will drink water. I will drink water. Do not worry. I'm the CEO of drinking water. Don't you guys worry. So somebody mentioning Ike. No such person exists. No such person exists. It's amazing what you guys can start believing just because I have a red scarf on hand.